we're catching the Bernina Express train here, and we're going to St. Moritz.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Lee Roger Wolfgram, and I am a storyteller.
Just came from Milan from the Olympics for a day trip here in Tirano. Guess what? That ticket for a 2-hour ride was just $14 US, and it took about 2 hours and about 15 or 16 stops. But here we are in Tirano, and we'll go through here, but we're catching the Bernina Express train here, and we're going to St. Moritz in Switzerland. So we're on the Italian border here between Italy and Switzerland, and we're going to catch the Bernina Express, and we're going to go up into the mountains. And this is supposed to be one of the coolest scenic trains, and it was definitely worth the day trip from Milan. It's going to take a long time, actually. So one way, it's a little over 4 hours to get to St. Moritz, or Moritz. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that. But in any event, from here, we catch that train, go up into the mountains for another 2 hours. So roughly the trip is going to be over 4 hours each way. So it's going to be a long day, but this is a train that is famous throughout the world. And we just got off this train from Milan, and it was packed with people that are going to catch this train. So with that said, let's go take a little walk through the little town here. We have an hour to burn, and I'd like to see what exactly Tirano has to offer. So share that with me. So come on, let's go. That is just gorgeous up there. I can't wait to get in the train and see what that has to offer. But let's take a walk into the town. It's a little bit cooler up here. Definitely can feel the change in temperature as the elevation goes up. And walking out the train station, it's a cool little town. Little alpine village. And you can see, as we came in, you could see the wine. We're in the wine area here, as you can see up on the hills. All the grapes. Well, it looks like people are here getting coffee, and I think that sounds like a great idea. Just got off the train in Tirano, Italy here. Ordered my coffee macchiato as I'm waiting for the Bernina Express to leave Tirano as we head for St. Moritz. And I just wanted to share with you a little bit about our destination. So St. Moritz is actually in Switzerland, and St. Moritz has been known since 1466 for the healing powers of its mineral wells. It is also known as the birthplace of winter tourism. In 1864, St. Moritz became a destination, and now in modern day, it is considered a luxury destination at the top of the world. Never been to the top of the world, so this will be fun for all of us. And another specific point here is that it has an interesting, seeing its Winter Olympics, it has an interesting sports legacy, and it has hosted the Winter Olympics in both 1928 and 1948, and I can't wait to share that with everyone. So here we are after the coffee. We're headed for St. Moritz. Come along. Immediately what I was struck with is the train. The train looks very clear, very clean. I like the enlarged windows there that allow you to see over the train. And there we go, the glaciers here at this lake that isn't frozen as we just come out of Tirano, but quickly the train gains elevation as we head for the first stop, Brusio. And as we leave Brusio, we're going to take a spiraling, to deal with the 7% grade here, the train has to spiral, and this is a really cool feature of this train, is how it has a radius of only 48 feet, meaning that you can turn it completely around in 96 feet. And you can see the train going under us as we sort of go up this 360 degree. Check that out. There's the back of the train. Isn't that cool? And in the background there, you see the glacier, you see the higher elevations. And this train will climb to 7,392 feet. And then it comes back down through the divide. It's the highest alpine crossing. It's also the steepest adhesion railway. Adhesion meaning that it doesn't need any help. It's just the wheels, and it does that by weaving back and forth on itself. Those turns and twists are actually to reduce the grade as we head up. There's the lake from up high. There you go. And we start to come along the stops. We're now above the snow line. And you see here at skiers, it's a hop-on, hop-off train with great beauty. I mean, this is majestic. You have these frozen waterfall formations. And you see, people just get off. There are many stops. Some of them are scheduled stops, and some of them are like a bus. You just say, I want to get off here. The railroad was completed in 1910, begun in 1904, and it has been electric since its beginning. Now here's a snow shed. We're going to turn around on ourselves, but this is to keep the avalanche snow or the heavy braking snow off the tracks. One of those famous bridges right there. There are 196 of those bridges along this route. And very quickly, as we look back, we're above the snow line. There's that lake down there in the valley. Many of these stone structures here are to withstand the heavy, heavy pressure of snowfall, and there is the frozen lake. As we come over the top, the train summits here, the mountain summit much higher, there's the glaciers. But to get to St. Moritz, we're actually going to begin a slow descent on the other side of the divide here. And again, these really cool stone stations for just skiers. And remember, this St. Moritz has been the host of the Olympics in both 1928 and 1948. And I love to see these skiers on these wings. That looks super cool. Totally going to come back and do that. I know my friend Kerry does that. He did that in France, but that looks like a total kick in the ass. Oh, I'm totally going to do that. For sure. And the cross-country skiers, plenty of scenery, but it looks like a lot of cross-country skiing. I'd rather be doing the downhill than the uphill on cross-country skis for sure. And like I said, running this schedule There's trains going both directions all day long as we stand by the siding here and we let the southbound train pass us because there are just sidings along the way that allow this passing to occur. Nice shiny train, beautiful train. New. And all along at these stops, you see they have the lifts to take even higher into the mountains. Just breathtaking, just so panoramic. Such a winter wonderland. Remember, it's the beginning of winter vacationing here. In 1864 was made as a destination just to see these breathtaking Swiss views of the Alps. Totally worth the ticket. Here we parallel the road as we head into St. Moritz. Again, hop on, hop off, get your skis. Winter Wonderland. We're going to descend a little bit, another one of these spiral. Check this out. Check the change in elevation that occurs in this spiral as we come around the point. Now nearing St. Moritz. A little stop on the way. This is one of the scheduled stops. Beautiful little town.
In the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Grecian Railway in the Albula Bernina landscapes.
Superata la chiesa di San Gian, a breve raggiungeremo San Moritz, ultima fermata della linea del Bernina e, nel contempo, punto di partenza della linea dell'Albula nel patrimonio mondiale UNESCO, ferrovia retica nel paesaggio Albula-Bernina.
As we come down the other side after the summit, and now we've arrived at St. Moritz. Oh, here's the famous, so they have horse races out here in the wintertime on this frozen lake in St. Moritz. Let's check this out. So they have a winter carnival. They have horse races in the winter on that lake. This place is majestic. Check out this hotel. Yeah, that's badass. Badass cool. And here, if you don't make the train back, you're spending the night. And this place doesn't look cheap, so I did a little checking. Off season, $300 to $600 a night. I'm going to head back. And here is this tower. Actually is 12th century, and it is leaning 5.5 degrees more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And now it's time to head back. It's going to get dark. Hope you enjoyed it. This was just a great time. I'm glad to take you along. Well, the next adventure is coming up soon, so be sure to watch.